What's up, my YouTube friends? I'm Jeremy from WeldTec Designs, and you know that I love showing you guys vans, and I have a fun van to show you today, and it is right behind me. But before we jump into that van, I'm gonna ask you guys to please smash that subscribe button. It's like right down below there, and also ring that bell. That'll give you guys notifications, so when we do upload new videos, which we do at least twice a week, you'll get a notification, and that way you can check out all these cool videos that we're doing on our channel. So what I have behind me is something that we don't see here at WeldTec very often. This thing is killer. So this is a Nissan NV. This is a 2021. Man, this thing is just brand new. We'll have to see. I think it only has a couple hundred miles on it, but we'll just walk around this thing. And the reason I'm showing you guys this is because I don't see many of these out there, and I don't see many of them at all. You know, lifted. I know that Quigley will do four-wheel drives on them, and I've seen a couple build outs, but I don't see, like, I just don't see them. And I'm gonna have to tell you, we're gonna slide that open. I think the interior of these are amazing. And when I say amazing, I'm gonna talk about that in comparison to a Ford Transit, which you guys know that I have a brand new Transit that we are playing with that I like. We also have a Chevy Express van, but I'm gonna tell you, like, the overall quality of the seats, I mean, it is really nice. The interior is nice. I feel like there is a lot of features in this that are a lot nicer than possibly in the Chevy Express, you know, or the Ford Transit that I'm digging. So this is enough about the back. Let's go jump in the front of this thing, and let me show you the front inside of this. All right, so as we come into the driver's side here, I'm gonna tell you that there's a lot of things that I do like. I'm gonna like the big storage that you're gonna have here. Now, you will have storage like that on the Ford and the Chevy as well. But what I really like is, as I come in here, I'm liking this dash setup. I'm gonna grab the keys, I forgot them. All right, so we are sitting in the cockpit of this machine here, and I'm gonna tell you from a driver's perspective right here, I really like this. I think that the steering wheel and the controls that you're gonna have on the steering wheel are going to be really nice. You're gonna be able to control all of your radio on one side here, while you're gonna be able to control your cruise control here on the right side, which is all really nice as well. I have been driving this, and I do like all the on-screen navigation, which is going to be really nice visual. You're definitely not getting that in some of the other vans like the Chevy Express. Now, I know the new Ford 2021 Transit does have a big screen in there, which kind of looks out of place, to be honest with you. Now, the one thing I think that this is lacking that I would have liked seeing in here is maybe a little bit more digital control feature here for, you know, the heater and air conditioner, but it does have the dual climate control, which is going to be nice, because you guys know that if you are driving and your wife is in the passenger seat, she's always way colder, and you can let her have her heat on over there. And as we come down into here, you're gonna see that it does have, looks like it's gonna have the seat AC, which is going to be nice, or else the seat heater. You're gonna have your outlets and also your tow mode, and then you're also gonna have your indicators as far as for what's it called, like your impact, not impact, but man, I'm coming up blank on that one. Someone comment below, tell me what that one's for. Can't even think of it. And then you're gonna have your passenger side heater. You do have a ton of room in here. As far as for cup holders, it looks like we can have 4 drinks in here, which is kind of crazy. The center console that is here is really, really big, and you're going to have a lot of space in there to put whatever you really want. I mean, that thing's deep. It's probably 18 inches deep. And then you're going to have a side tray, which is also going to be removable. You can see just how much space you have in there. And then you can also see that in there you're going to have a cigarette lighter and another plug, which is always nice, so you can plug in your accessories in there. So, you know, when you're trying to feed all the monsters in the back, you know, maybe you're putting food in there, who knows what. It's not like you have CDs anymore. Now, I would say that in my own van, I am running my refrigerator right here in this area, which looks like this would be easy to remove and put a fridge there if you wanted to do that. You know, however, it's not really necessary. These seats are killer up in the front, but I will tell you, if you did do that, they do not have armrests on the inside. So that's going to be a big disadvantage, because this is going to be your armrest. But overall, this thing is, I mean, dude, I'm digging this. Now, this particular Nissan NV does have the 375 horsepower 5.6 liter V8, which is going to be a ton of power. And if you're not wanting all that power because you have no desire to tow, obviously you can do the 4.0, the 4 liter V6, which is like 261 horsepower, which isn't bad. I mean, that's probably still more than the Transit. So pretty cool. I really like it. Let's go drive this thing and see what it does. All right, so pulling out in this thing, you can feel that this is just a beast. I mean, it picks up and just gets it. I really dig that. I mean, being a guy and all, I mean, who doesn't just love a big V8 and just, I mean, this thing accelerates up to 50 like it was just nothing. So you definitely get the feel of being in a truck driving this van, which I think a lot of guys might like and a lot of women might not necessarily like unless you like a truck. I think that this compares a lot to a Suburban, and I honestly don't know why that maybe Nissan has failed, in my opinion, with why this thing just isn't as popular as it should be, because I would think that this would be right up there with a Suburban, just not at the cost of a Suburban. So I don't get it. And I know that 2021, which this van is also going to be the last year of the Nissan NV. So, I mean, definitely if you have a Nissan NV, I would love to hear what you guys think about the NV, because I mean, to be honest, so far, I mean, I'm really impressed with it. I like how it drives. I've been driving this for, the last day or so. Now I'm taking you guys along with me just to kind of document and give you guys my 2 cents. I know it ain't worth much, but, being crazy about vans that I am, I get to drive a lot of vans, and I mean, I'm digging this. I wonder if maybe I didn't drive this van before I drove the Transit, would possibly that have changed my mind, and would have I gone for an NV over a Transit, being that I think, they were relatively the same price? Man, I don't know. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I guess some of the other factors, I mean, I would love to hear, if you do have an NV, what's the maintenance been like? I mean, how much are they to service, and have you guys had any major problems with them? I know the Chevy for me has been extremely reliable. That 6.0 gas engine is great, and the 6L90 transmission is amazing for what I do and for how often I tow, but I feel that this would do really well towing as well. Man, I love the pickup on this. I've been driving the Transit lately, and I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing like this thing. Just gets it. Now, it probably also doesn't get the greatest gas mileage. I don't know. We're gonna have to definitely talk to the owner of this thing and see what he thinks. I know He has another Nissan NV, and that's why he got this one. Big thanks to Brett. Brett hooked this thing up so that we could have some fun with it and play with it and drive it. But yeah, I'm like how this thing drives. It's nice. It's definitely, I know I already said this, but I definitely feel like I'm driving a truck because I'm gonna have that big hood, which I like. I will tell you, this is one other thing that I like. I'm sitting lower in it than I do in the Transit. I feel like I sit much higher in the Transit to look over the hood, and I almost feel that it is too high, where I like that I'm sitting down lower in this, and it's a much more comfortable feel, and I can tell that between my head and the ceiling, I have a ton more room than I'm going to have in my Transit. So I think if you were taller, this would definitely be a much better vehicle. So yeah, I mean, all kinds more controls. Our sun visors. I will tell you the one thing that I just did notice is as I'm pulling out again and I went to look behind me, you cannot see. So if you look back there, you have the windows in the rear, but you can definitely not see out the rear with the rear view mirror. So this is a standard roof van. So I'm thinking that in a standard roof van, the rear view mirror is worthless, except if you want to be able to see your passengers. Other than that, you are going to see nothing behind you. So this is another time where I would definitely recommend doing a rear view mirror camera, which is going to be nice, where it's going to be live, giving you that the rear view 100% of the time when you look in the mirror. We have that in the Chevy Express. That's a brand motion camera, and that thing is awesome. It also does have a front-facing camera, which is going to be nice, because what that does is we'll also record both front and rear live recording. So if you were ever in an accident, you will have a recording of that. So I'm heading back to the shop. We're gonna take a walk around the outside of this thing and give you my 2 cents on the outside. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I know it's a little bit more vloggy, something different, so please comment below, let me know what you think. We're coming back into the shop. We're gonna hit the dip. I mean, even that is, that's nice, guys. Boy, what could we do to this thing? See, the wheels are just turning already. So let's go check out the outside of this thing. We've seen the inside. Let's get our 2 cents out there. All right, even as the UPS guy's taking off, he's like, man, I like that van. It's a good looking van. It's all in black. So you're definitely on the Nissans, you're gonna have that, bigger hood, which is going to be a plus or minus. I know that a lot of people don't like it because it's actually taking away from the cargo space in the back of this van, which I can get that. I do kind of see that, but it's kind of more of that truck. I mean, So as we walk around the outside of this thing, it's definitely going to be nice. I like how they did the whole one-piece window. This is very similar to the Chevys. I know that if we did tint this, Rachel would be mad because you are gonna see it. I don't know if you can tell in the video, you're gonna have 2 different shades there. You can also tell that the window looks like it gets slightly smaller as it comes back, which is going to give it that appearance, that just that little bit sleeker look. In the back of this, I'm gonna say that one of the negative part about it is, much like the Transit, you don't have a ton of room for stuff in the rear. So really, if you are a family, you're wanting to put stuff in the rear, you may have to remove some seats. Now, I will tell you what is cool about this is the rear seats do have rollers on them, which is nice. So when you do pull them out, you can actually just roll the seats. It looks like the other thing that this is gonna have is, you can see, let me do that. So right there, you will have the release there. Let's do it on this side. Maybe the sun's a little better. Okay, so right here, you're gonna have the release. And when you do that, look at that. That door is gonna swing all the way open. And then you can see it actually has the little magnetic stop that is also gonna hold that door open. I mean, that is killer. I definitely like that. You're gonna have your panels, and then if you are stuck in there, you can also get out with that as well. This one has a plastic cutout. I'm not really sure what that is going to be for. You're gonna notice you do have another cigarette outlet in the back. Pretty cool. See what else. So one thing that is nice about these Transits, as we poke our head down in here, you're gonna see this, and this is going to be the full frame. So the Nissan NV is still a full frame van, which is going to be nice. I think there's a lot more that we can do with the suspension on here in order to get you a better ride. And also, you know, if you're going to be building it out and want to add stuff to it, I mean, I'm just a fan of frames. So the front is going to be an independent front suspension. So you're going to see, you're going to have the big strut in there and shock. And then independent means you're going to have your upper and lower A-arms, which is cool. I mean, we love building crazy stuff for vans. So there it is. This is my kind of original, just doing a walkthrough of these Nissan NV. I mean, this is the first one that's ever been here at the shop. So it always just gets my wheels turning as far as what would you guys like to see? I mean, is there enough Nissan NV owners out there that actually want to mod out their Nissan NV? I would love to hear from you guys. And you know, maybe if enough of you guys say, yeah, we would love to have stuff for our Nissan NV, you know, maybe we could build you guys some killer parts for this. I know this thing would look amazing lifted up. So there it is on the Nissan NV. I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope that this was not just a bunch of rambling and that you found this video somewhat informative. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment below, let me know what you would like seen done to this van behind me. And who knows, maybe we'll just make it happen. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Jeremy from WeldTec Designs, and I will see you guys in the next video.